What if I told you the most famous paintings in Paris aren't in the Louvre? If you only visit one museum in Paris, this might be the one.
Good morning from Paris, where today we are changing things up from an original plan. Today we're going to be visiting the Musée d'Orsay. You had mentioned, Julie, that you wanted to see another art museum. We've seen a bit of art, but this was one of the, I think next to the Louvre, the next most popular, at least on TripAdvisor. So that's our destination this morning. We're going to go look at art.
I'm looking at art.
You're looking at art?
The happy birthday art.
Yes, the birthday day. On today's original itinerary, we were going to take a day trip to Reims. There's a few things there that are of interest to see. And I think initially when we were back home and I was scoping it out, it looked like roughly 45 minutes or an hour or so to get there. So it seemed like a reasonable day trip. But now that we're here, it turns out that in reality, to get from where we are in Paris would be 45 minutes on the metro to the train station where you get the train to go to Reims, then another 45 minutes to get to Reims, so that's an hour and a half. And on the way back home, or on the way back to our hotel, the train that's available is an hour and a half train ride for some reason, plus another 45 minutes to get back to our hotel. And it just felt like it would be too much.
A long time of travel.
Yeah. And we've been doing a bit of travel, and I think we're a little trained out.
Yeah, plus we got to do a long airplane fly back home.
In a couple of days.
In just a couple of days.
Yeah. So we're going to spend more time in Paris. But, and we talked about this last night, it seems like to do a day trip type of thing, be it Reims or some of the other places that are accessible within an hour-ish or so drive time, it almost feels better like if you go there for a couple of days.
Yeah.
So we had done that to Bayeux. We spent, I think, 3 days in there.
Yeah.
And that was nice. You make the train trip, but then you explore the area. You don't have to cram it all in one day.
Yeah.
So we are off to the metro. We're going to see a museum today and see what else happens. We began our day hopping on line 13 at Marie de Clichy, riding into the heart of Paris and stepping off at Invalides, just a short walk to one of the city's most beloved museums. We've arrived at Musée d'Orsay, and because we decided to do this last evening, we don't have advanced reservations. So there is the C line for people like us.
Is it C or is it A?
Who don't have tickets.
Oh,
And you? Yes?
Yeah.
Are you in the right line too for people who don't have tickets? We'll make sure we're in the right line. Okay. None of us have tickets.
We didn't make our...
So it looks like we're going to have a long wait, but hopefully eventually we'll get into the museum.
Yes.
All of us.
All of us.
All right. All right, more travel learning moments. So at the Musée d'Orsay, if you don't have tickets, like is our situation, you have to get in the C line, but it's not even that easy. There's not a C line, there's two C lines, C1, C2. So now we are looking for line C2, and Julie's gonna try to direct me. Here we go. Is this the right line, Julie?
I believe so.
All right, now we are hoping we are in the right line. This one actually looks not so bad. Thankfully, the ticket line moved quickly. Even without advanced reservations, we were inside in no time, though we definitely recommend booking ahead if you can. So the wait in line C2 wasn't too bad. We think roughly about half hour, and we are in. We're at the ticket booth, so we're gonna get our tickets, and looks like we're gonna get in pretty quick.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Walking into the Musée d'Orsay is an experience in itself. The soaring vaulted ceilings remind you that this was once a grand railway station built for the 1900 World's Fair. Today, instead of locomotives, masterpieces fill the space. We started our visit by viewing the amazing sculptures in the Grand Hall. This elegant sculpture of Penelope captures quiet patience, a moment of stillness carved in marble. Prodier's Sappho balances classical beauty with romantic emotion.
Tragic and dramatic, this sculpture tells the story of a young girl bitten by a tarantula, frozen in the final moment. In this piece by Henri Chaput, we see Joan of Arc before her calling, reflective, not yet the warrior that history remembers.
This massive painting by Thomas Couture portrays the moral collapse of Rome, lavish, chaotic, and unforgettable. Two interpretations of Saint John, one by Dubois and the other by La France, show the saint's strength and spirituality.
In Chanture Florentine by Dubois, a Renaissance singer mid-song is immortalized in sculpture. Cordier's work stands out for its realism and cultural detail, honoring individuality in a time when that was rare. Carpeaux shows us four figures supporting the world with movement, tension, and unity. The same artist here shows us the dance, capturing motion in marble with figures alive with rhythm.
At Musée d'Orsay, you enter this large hall. It's filled with sculptures. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, really amazing. Very well preserved.
Yeah. We debated just very shortly when we came in, should we get the audio guide or not? And it's making a huge difference. If you just wander through here, you'll see magnificent works of art, but with the audio guide, they're very well put together descriptions of some of the pieces here.
And brings the pieces to life.
Yeah.
So it's very cool.
So it was only €6 for the audio guide. Highly recommended.
Yeah.
I think after this, now we're off to see paintings.
Yes.
Pick a room, right?
Okay. So we've all heard the painting called Whistler's Mother, and here she is right here in the museum.
One of the most recognizable portraits in the world, often called Whistler's Mother, is surprisingly intimate in person. One of our unexpected highlights was the special exhibit of Christian Krohg, a Norwegian artist known for his powerful depictions of everyday life and the sea. His work feels honest and human: fishermen, working women, raw northern landscapes. We were especially intrigued by the references to his novel Albertine, a socially provocative work that sparked controversy in Norway.
Christian Krohg commented on the sole necessity in art, saying, "You must paint in such a way that the public is touched, moved, scandalized, or delighted by what has touched, moved, scandalized, or delighted you." This exhibit reminded us that great art doesn't just capture beauty, it tells stories about society.
Some of the paintings kind of pull you in, and that is a true artist.
Yeah.
He's very good, especially those sea.
Yeah, very fascinating sea scenes that kind of, I think, especially at the time, gave people a sense of what it was like to be out on the sea and the perils, and then there was some social commentary in his paintings too.
Yeah.
So very nice.
It's very common among artists of that time.
Yeah, informative exhibit.
Yeah, but he's had some of his art banned because of lack of moral authority in it or something. I don't know.
Yes, scandalous.
Yeah.
He had a scandalous novel
He did.
published.
He did.
Yeah, so we'll have to see if we can buy it today on Amazon and read The Scandal, which he also had numerous paintings in here depicting scenes in the novel.
Yes.
Albertine.
Yeah, Albertine.
And then we reach the heart of the Musée d'Orsay, the Impressionists. Monet's poppies burst with light. The blue dancers of Degas seem to float. The Seine at Argenteuil glimmers. Renoir's Bal des Moulins des Galettes captures joy and motion. Standing before Monet's water lilies, you almost feel time slow down.
That was a lot of art. How about some lunch? Risotto and gazpacho sound good today.
Bon appetit!
Bon appetit. What's croutons?
Oh, and croutons. Voila.
And it's a red gazpacho.
Red, yeah, red.
Oh, wow. Oh, we have to taste this.
Okay.
And don't miss the iconic clock overlooking the Seine, one of the most photographed views in the museum.
After lunch, we explored more post-impressionist works, from Risselberg's bold color to Le Main's coastal scenes, and the symbolic style of the novice artists led by Maurice Denis. We even discovered an early film clip about the Dreyfus Affair, a reminder that art was evolving into cinema.
The Van Gogh Gallery was absolutely packed. The energy around the Starry Night felt similar to our Mona Lisa moment at the Louvre. Everyone waiting for their turn to see a masterpiece.
I did it.
You did it, you got it. The Louvre has the Mona Lisa. The Musée d'Orsay has the Starry Night by Van Gogh. And it's like a bit of a mosh pit to try to get, I mean, you can't even, it's hard to see it because everybody wants to get a photo of it. There must be in the world probably tens of thousands of photos of this picture there. We got one, which we'll show you.
We got one. And it is an absolutely magnificent picture, that's for sure.
Yeah. In terms of making your way through a mosh pit to see a painting, I would see this one, the Starry Night versus the Mona Lisa. I mean, it's more.
Yeah.
It's more captivating.
You can get close up to it. Look at the babies coming in. They're going to come in and see it. Oh, this will be fun. Get out of the way, people.
The former ballroom of the Hôtel d'Orsay holds political history too. Charles de Gaulle once announced his return to power here in 1958. Les Chevaliers aux Fleurs feels theatrical and romantic. And we ended our visit admiring elegant Art Nouveau furniture, proving that beauty isn't limited to canvas.
And I'm reminded, I believe I read somewhere that this museum location used to be a train station.
Right.
So you see the wonderful clock when you enter the Grand Hall. And there's a book you can buy here that'll tell you all about the metamorphosis of the train station to the art museum.
Wow.
Yeah.
No museum visit is complete without a stop at the gift shop, and here, Julie found the perfect artistic earrings. We have some tips for you if you plan to visit the Musée d'Orsay. Book tickets in advance if possible.
Know the correct entrance line. C1 if you have tickets without a specific time slot versus the C2 line for visitors without tickets.
Get the audio guide. It enhances context dramatically.
Plan to visit for a minimum of 3 to 4 hours.
Arrive early in the morning or later in the afternoon for smaller crowds.
Take a lunch break inside to recharge.
Check for rotating special exhibits.
Your closest metro stop is Solferino.
And we've just concluded our visit to Musée d'Orsay. Orsay. I'm not sure how you say, but what do you think, Julie?
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah.
I thought it was immense. It was big. We spent quite a few hours there.
Almost 4.5.
Yeah.
And we were able to do it on a busy Tuesday without having tickets in advance. So
Yeah.
that worked out. I was surprised how
worked
quickly
out.
we got in. Quick reaction, compare your experience there to the Louvre.
was very similar, actually, except for the Louvre didn't have the paintings that I would have expected. And I found that at the museum. Was it d'Orsay?
d'Orsay. Yeah.
So I also found the Louvre was harder to navigate.
Yeah, so as an example, when we tried to get our exit, just finding the exit took quite a while.
Yeah, so the way the layout was, it just seemed a little more haphazard.
At the Louvre.
At the Louvre. But the Museum d'Orsay was easy.
And I also found, maybe just because of its structure, this renovated railway station, lots of open space. It just kind of felt more open. I could be mistaken, but it felt to me there was many more places to sit. So we were in several galleries where we just kind of sat for a little bit and watched some things. I like that.
Yeah.
And I think I got art overload quicker at the Louvre than I did here.
Yes. I agree with that. I finally, after 4 hours, it's when I started feeling it. I think I felt that sooner
at the Louvre.
At the Louvre.
Yeah. And then if you're a fan of Impressionist art, the Orsay is absolute must. And Julie identified her favorite Impressionist painter.
I did.
Yes.
I was really impressed with Renoir. I just thought his paintings were amazing.
Yeah, that whole period I enjoy a lot, both in visual art and then in music as well, like Claude Debussy, Ravel. Some beautiful music that kind of goes hand in hand with the visual art.
If you are planning a visit to Paris, the Musée d'Orsay absolutely deserves a place on your itinerary. It offers a manageable size compared to the Louvre, but holds some of the most beloved art in the world. We'll be back with more adventures from Paris next time on The Places Where We Go.